I'm Dave Lurch. I'm from Derby, Kansas.
Well, Dave, we're sure glad you came up to the Buckethead Bash, and you have got a unique car. It's a Spirit car, but one of the questions I get all the time and I can't answer is, can I put a standard transmission in it?
Yes, you can.
Well, my stock answer is, well, you can, but there just ain't a lot of room, and you got to figure it out.
Right.
And looking at your car here, you figured it out.
Yes.
I seen it the other day, and it was good engineering. I kind of looked past the car and went right to that, and then I found out just yesterday you're an engineer for Cessna. Is that right?
That's correct.
So that explains a lot of the really awesome engineering here. This car is so unique. It's got its own flavor because of the engineering and what you've done. If you don't mind to just talk a little bit about it and show us some of what you did, but for my sake, focus on that standard transmission.
Well, I started with a flathead engine, and I bought a Saginaw 4-speed, and then I blended the two using an Offenhauser adapter and a Corvette clutch disc or clutch pressure plate and a GMC throwout bearing.
Well, that's quite a comment. Now, is this you buy it adapter kind of kits, or do you have to make that work?
The adapter came from a dealer. It's an Offenhauser product. And then I called Fort Wayne Clutch and got help with the rest of it.
Oh,
they have an antique clutch expert there that helped me out a lot. Then came the issue of how do I put the clutch pedal in to make it work. And when I ordered the kit, I ordered an extra brake pedal.
I noticed that there was two brake pedals, but they're just not quite the same.
And I cut off shortened the stud that was welded to the frame.
Right.
And built some additional linkage and spacers to go in there so I could put both pedals in.
Side by side.
Side by side.
Yep, that worked out really well. I didn't even think of that.
But and then I built 3 separate braces to tie all of that back into the frame. And the linkage then runs directly from the brake pedal or the clutch pedal right up to the throwout arm on the bell housing, which is out of a 47 Chevrolet.
Oh, really? And I noticed on the brake too, you've got a little bit different setup than we sent you. That's for sure.
I was having trouble stopping this car. It took an awful lot of pedal pressure.
Well, see, we forget what it was like to have no power. We're in a power world now.
Right. Anyhow, it was awful hard to stop, particularly with the front discs. So I tried moving the pivot point on the brake pedal for the linkage, and it would have worked fine that way, except I kept running into the clutch linkage. So I added a bracket behind the pedal and ran an intermediate shaft from the brake pedal to this bell crank, and then a second shaft from the bell crank to the master cylinder, and doubled my mechanical advantage on the pedal.
Is that what it did? It doubled your leverage?
And it stops very well now.
So a lot less pressure. We've added power brakes here recently, and it makes a big difference when you don't have to push very hard. Well, what kind of a stall then do you have on the? That helps too on your braking on the torque converter.
I got no torque converter. I got a clutch.
Oh, good. See, I know this is how bad it is. You don't use standard transmissions. Everything is automatic except for right here.
Right.
You think you're going to be the only one with the standard transmission?
At this point, yes.
I would say not 2% of the cars, because it's such a difficult engineering feat to make it all fit. And then when you look inside, you got room. You got room to work your pedals.
One of the nice things is that the Spirit kits have a fairly flat floor. Some of the others, there would not have been possible to get the pedals in there. I was able to make a couple of angle brackets to tie onto the pedal rods, and put a couple of Ford truck brake pedal pads on, and it worked out very well. And it's easy to use, convenient. The pedals don't get in each other's way, at least for my feet.
Well, looking at this car, it's an awesome job. Every bit of it's got some unique design to it, and well engineered. It is a well engineered car. It's a Spirit car, but it's not. It's definitely your car. You've started with a foundation and made something really nice here.